After 2 weeks off due to Mother Nature, Stafford Motor Speedway's 5 weekly divisions back in action last Friday night, and wow, one great race after another. Start with the SK Modifiedz. Mike Christopher Jr., obviously the momentum that he had in June kind of continued into July, but in dramatic fashion in a race against Todd Owen.
Oh, man, he's on a roll. He's won 3 of the last 4 SK Modified events, but this one didn't come easy, as you mentioned. Todd Owen, who you can say was faster than Mike, but was having a hard time getting past him. They were bumper to bumper for about the last 5 laps of the feature, but Junior was able to hold him off at the end. But Todd Owen, in the big picture, able to close that gap to Stephen Kopchak, the points leader. Now that gap is 14 points.
And gap's tightening up there for the SK Modifieds. Mike Christopher Jr. also becoming a factor in the championship chase. We've had photo finishes about every week. We nearly saw it in the SK Modifieds with Todd and Mike, and we saw it in the late models earlier that night with Adam Gray coming out on top.
I'm just glad it was a much cleaner race than the one the couple weeks before, but it was a great battle. Adam and Michael Bennett leaning on each other's left rear. A couple times you saw the bumper being used. 18 one-thousandths of a second. In 5 of our last 6 weeks of racing, we've had one feature end in either a photo finish or a last lap pass. I mean, that's 4 photo finishes this season. An incredible battle, and it's huge for Adam Gray because not only does he surpass Michael Bennett on the all-time wins list in the late models, but he also tightens the gap to Michael Ray in the points. It's 10 points now, but Michael Ray, a third-place finish. His average finish this year, despite no wins, 4.4.
Not a bad average,
No.
to say the least. Just off the podium there as far as the average is concerned. In the limited late models, Matt Clement picked up the race win, holding off Alexandra Fern, who continues to kind of pace herself in a run for a championship.
She said post-race that she's becoming good at finishing seconds, but those along with her 3 wins, she's extended the points lead to 20 over Rich Hammond. Matt Clement was fast, and he has shown speed this year. He's had some bad luck with Dia Neves and not even making the feature because of a heat race incident. He's had the speed all year, so it's not a surprise to see Matt do well. But Jeremy Lavoie is still looking for his first limited late model win. It's unreal. He has speed in those first 10 laps of the feature, but just seems to fall off in the last 10. We'll have to see, can Jeremy become the 6th different winner in the limited late models?
A former 2-time champion in this division. Hard to believe he has not got to victory lane yet in 2021. The Street Stocks had their special event last week, the Firecracker 30, 10 extra laps, and boy, today provides some excitement with 2 familiar faces at the front of the field, trading the lead several times over those closing circuits.
I think we've talked about them a few times this year. Frank Latoile Jr. and Chris Meyer, arguably the battle of the year. Side by side, beating and banging, crossovers, trimming the grass off the corners. It was an unbelievable battle, but in the end, Frank was able to pull away with a couple laps to go after that 4 or 5 lap battle and get win number 4 of the season, trimming that points lead only by 2 more points over Chris Meyer because Chris got 2nd spot. Great race, though. You had Burt Willett up there, Kyle Johnson. You had different contenders competing up in front. Adrian Paradis was there in the top 5 as well. Great race, great battling the Street Stocks. They have put on an incredible show every single week.
26 cars took the green flag, so a great field for the Street Stocks a week ago. Great field every week for the SK Light Modifieds as well. And a new winner, another first-time winner here at Stafford in 2021.
The Mad Pup, George Bissett Jr. He's come so close several times already in just a year and a half of SK Light Racing. Finally got that first win Friday night. A great battle with Josh Carey and a great run for Carey, finishing 2nd in that race. And how about Mark Buckeye coming in, stubbing for Joey Farino, who's been injured for the past several weeks. Comes home 3rd after starting 14th. But the big story, George Bissett Jr. getting that first win. But another story is the points situation because Derek Debus was caught up in an accident late in that race, finished 21st. The top 3 separated by 2 points because Alexander Pearl and Brian Sullivan are tied for 2nd, 2 points behind Debus.
Just when you think somebody's walking away and going to claim the championship, it all changes in the course of a night. We talked about the special event for the Street Stocks a week ago. This week, it's the SK Light's turn, the 6th annual Dunleavy's Truck Special Event Night.
40 laps. The last time we had 40-lapper, Derek Debus got his first SK Light win in commanding fashion, winning by over a straightaway over the field. But the competition has been so good in the SK Light. 6 different winners in the past 6 races, but it's double the distance, 40 laps. Some of these SK Light drivers may not have done 40 laps before, especially the rookies. who can conserve their tires, who can save their equipment, and who's going to attack and come out on top.
And we want to thank Doug Dunleavy from Dunleavy's Truck and Trailer Repair for his involvement in this special event, which also includes the Gamblers Challenge. You can learn more about that at StaffordSpeedway.com. We look forward to seeing you Friday night. It's going to be another big night here at the Stafford Motor Speedway.